Good day everyone, I am Kay Izathea Otaza and I am the second reporter of Group A.
Forces that shape business strategy. So to succeed, a business strategy needs to be relevant to its employees, shareholders, and customers. It must increase profitability and value, take account of present realities and future trends. So, isa lang jud ang pasabot ani. So, para mulampos ang isa ka negosyo, dapat ang strategy kay connected sa tanan nga involved sa employees, shareholders, or customers. Dili pwede nga ang plano kay para sa isa lang ka side. Just like for example, kung ang company nagplano nga mag-save cost, pero ang employees kay maapektuhan, mag-lower gyud dayon ang moral or mawad-an og motivation. Dili gyud siya sustainable. So the strategy should benefit everyone in a way nga makadugang og income sa company, makahatag og value sa investors ug makasatisfy sa customers. And of course, dapat aware pud ta sa present situation ug sa future trends. Just like karon, kung ang trend kay online selling or digital marketing, dapat kana pud siya isa pud na siya nga kuhaon nato nga part sa atoang strategy nga pagabuhaton. Kay kung dili nato na siya kuhaon or ibutang nga part sa atoang strategy, maagian jud ang atoang company sa competition. So next is naapodera is success depends on the context in which strategy is developed and implemented. So giingon nga ang kalampusan daw sa strategy nakadepende sa context sa environment nga imuhang giimplementahan. Like for example, kung naa ka sa Philippines, lahi ang market diri compared sa Japan or sa US. So kung imo lang kopyahon ang strategy dito sa Japan, basin dili jud siya mag-work kay lahi man ang kanang culture, needs o behavior sa mga tao dire. So before ka maghimo og strategy, you have to understand asa ka nag-operate. Ang context is maoy mag-set kung unsay angay o dili angay buhaton. So next is napodera is the business challenge. So strategy needs to be flexible enough to cope with changing circumstances and unforeseen yet specific, constant, and consistent enough to guide people's decision. So kani nga point kay medyo tricky pero super real sa business world. So ang challenge daw sa business strategy kay dapat flexible pero consistent. For example, kung naay pandemic, inflation, or bag-ong competitor, kinahanglan ready ang company nga mag-adjust. Mao na ang flexibility. Dapat dili rigid ang plano. Pero on the other side, dapat klarong gihapon ang direction. Dili pwede nga magbag-o og goal kada tuig kay maglibog ang mga tao. So dapat consistent ang purpose pero flexible ang approach. Like kung ang goal sa company kay to give convenience to customer, pwede sila mag-shift from physical store to online app. So makita nga same goal, gabag-o lang og method. So next is the problem lies in understanding the complex web of shifting priorities, aspiration, preferences, and fears that people, institutions, and societies quickly develop. So now for the last one. This one is deep pero relatable. So, ang lisod na part sa pagplano sa business strategy kay ang pagsabot gyud sa mga tao ug sa society mismo. Kay diba, people change fast. So before, gusto sa mga tao kay barato lang, pero karon gusto na sila og eco-friendly, ethical, or local product. So kung dili ka kabalo mo adjust sa mga gusto ug hadlok sa imuhang customers, left behind gid ka. Same goes with institution of the whole society. Ang mga priorities nila mag-usab depending sa economy, technology, or even sa politics. So that's why, as a business, kinahanglan alerta ta or ka sa mga changes sa environment kay kana makaapekto kung unsaon pag-achieve sa imuhang goals. So next is relevance of the past. So these points talk about how the past still matters a lot when we plan for the future. So, there are a lot of things nga kinahanglan nato mahibaw-an para sa future, and makita ra gyud nato na gikan sa past experiences. Just like for example, kung ang company nakasulay na og failure or success before, makuha nila ang lesson ana and mao na siya ang gamiton nila as guide sa next strategies. Pero the problem sometimes is usahay sobra kaayo ta makafocus sa past or sa future, and we forget to balance both. Like kung puro past ra ato ang tanawon, basin dili ta makasabay sa new trends. And kung puro future ra pud ta, basin makalimot ta sa mga lessons nga importante nga nahitabo na sa past. So mao na ang ginaingon diri nga the key is balance. Learn from the past but use it wisely to prepare for what's coming. So before ta magtan-aw unsa na mga bag-ong changes sa world, unsa ang mga bag-ong nga changes sa world, kinahanglan una nato sabton ang mga permanent or perennial issue like customers need, competition, leadership, or innovation. Kay kana nga mga butang is magpabilin gihapon na nga relevant bisan unsa pa ka modern ang panahon. So next is leadership matters. So these parts talk about how important leadership is when it comes to making a business work, strategy work. So leadership is really important because it's not just about managing people but also about inspiring and guiding them in the right way and at the right time. Ang challenge sa isa ka leader kay i-balance ang management skills ug leadership ability. Like for example, you can be a good manager, organized ka, strict ka, and efficient, pero wala kay leadership skill like motivating or inspiring people. So lisod i-drive ang team to success. So as a leader gains more experience, mas ma-improve ilang reasoning ug emotional intelligence, meaning kabalo na sila mohandle og tao in a positive way, makasabot sa emotion sa uban ug makahatag og empowerment. That's why a good leaders inspire, not just instruct. So nakabutang po dira nga emotion, integrity, and empathy are very important. So dili lang importante kung unsang nahitabo, but also unsaon pagtan-aw o pagfeel sa mga tao ana nga events. So third is napo dira people need to be involved, heard, and encouraged para ang strategy mo lampos. So if ang employees feel ignored, so bisan unsa pa kanindot ang inyong plano dira dili gyud na ma-implement properly. So leaders and strategists should make sure nga everyone has a voice and feels valued. Also, leaders need to be flexible and ready for unexpected events. So mao na ang ginatawag nga wild cards or black swan events. Example, hana kay katong pandemic. So wala man damha tong mga panghitabo, pero ang mga leaders kinahanglan had to adjust fast aron maka-survive. So last point here, sa last bullet is na nakabutang in 2008, global financial crisis reminded businesses about the importance of trust and reputation. So yes, very important yun ang trust and reputation. Kaya bisan unsa kadako ang company, kung mawala ang trust sa mga tao, mawala gihapon ang success. That's why leaders should focus not only on market, research, or profit, but also on building credibility and long-term relationship. So a good leader always thinks about the future, but learn from the past. Next is technology, always exciting, invariably hype. So these points talk about technology and how people often misunderstand its real impact. So ang uban magtuo nga kung naay new technology, automatic dayon nga mo change ang world instantly. Pero that's not always true. So the statement say it's a policy, meaning sayop nga assumption nga ang effects sa technology kay always immediate and dramatic. Actually, ang impact sa technology usahay ginahype para sa una. Pero in reality, it takes time before it shows its real effect. For example, when social media first started, people did not realize how powerful it would become after many years. Karon, it already affects communication, business, or even politics. Mo nang ginaingon nga in short term, like 5 years, people overestimate technology, thinking it will change everything fast. Pero in the long term, underestimation ang mahitabo. They don't expect it to transform society deeply, which it actually does. So now let's tackle about competition, the beating heart of capitalism. These parts talk about competition, which is considered the heart or driving force of capitalism. So ang meaning ani kay sa negosyo, competition keeps business alive and improving. So profitability depends on two truths. First, the law of supply and demand, and the second is scarcity. So familiar na kayo no. So magatag ako gamay nga idea about this. So in a competitive market, the price determines how much consumers want to buy and how much producers want to sell. So if prices go high, fewer people buy. If prices go low, fewer companies produce. So the market naturally finds its equilibrium, a balance point between supply and demand. Then, profitability is linked to scarcity. Kung daghan kayo ang supply sa product like human goods, mubaba ang price ug ang profit. Pero kung rare or hard to find ang product or service, mas mahal siya ug mas dako ang profit. For example is ang diamonds. So ang diamonds are expensive because they are scarce. While water is cheap because it's abundant. So kung dami siya kita tubig, mahong cheap lang kayo siya. Unlike sa gold or diamonds. That's why businesses needs to understand where scarcity exists or will happen in the future. If they can use their people skills and creativity to make something unique and hard to copy, that's where true success and profit come from. So next is globalization's biggest effect. So when we talk about globalization, we're talking about how countries and businesses around the world are becoming more connected through trade, communication, and technology. Now, globalization has two sides. It's bring both opportunities and challenges. So, on positive side, it creates a bigger market, meaning a company from the Philippines can now sell products not just locally but internationally, like exporting goods or offering online services abroad. That's a huge opportunity for growth. Pero on the negative side, tungod sa industries consolidation or the merging of big companies, mas gamay na lang ang players sa market. Just like example, daghang small businesses mawala kay dili sila ka-compete sa mga global giants like Amazon, Coca-Cola, or Apple. So while globalization opens more doors, it also makes competition tougher. So then it says na if the future creates more paradox, globalization will spawn many of them. Globalization can create contradiction or paradox, like it connects people but also creates inequality. It grows markets but can also limit small players. So businesses need to be smart and adaptable to handle these mixed effects. Now let's move on to the next topic. So the environment. So this one focuses on how climate change and environmental issues affect businesses. So mga divisions of opinion about climate change, meaning magkalalahi og pananaw ang mga tao, usually came from different time scales and interests. For example, some companies think short term gusto nila profit dayon. gusto nila profit dayon, so dili sila mag-invest sa eco-friendly practices. Pero other things long term, they understand nga kung magpadayon ng pollution or climate change, mas dako ang damage na negosyo in the future. So it's already widely accepted nga human activities cause climate change and its effects are becoming harder to ignore. So businesses will face both cost and opportunities. So when we say cost, like paying for cleaner technologies, switching to renewable energy, or following environmental laws. So opportunities like creating eco-friendly products, investing in a green energy, or innovating in sustainable ways. So example, the automotive industry is shifting to electric vehicles. So the travel industry is focusing on carbon reduction. Next is the energy industry is moving to solar and wind power. So in short, the environment is now a major factor in business strategy. Companies can't just think of profit anymore. They must think of the planet and sustainability too. First is are flexible. So guys, the first point is successful strategies must be flexible. Meaning, dapat makaya mo adjust sa changes like new trends, customers' needs, or sudden problems. Kay kung rigid kaya strategy, dali ra ka maka-overcome sa competitors or unexpected events like pandemic or economic shifts. So, second is guide the way people work and make decisions. So, a good strategy serves as guide. More siya compass nga nag-guide sa mga employees kung saan pagtrabaho o pagdesisyon. Kay kung klaro ang strategy, everyone knows their rule and goal. So, mas organized o consistent ang action sa company. So next is a strategy has a trajectory. So its future is linked to its past. So this means nga strategy, sa akong gidiscuss kagay na, strategy dili lang pang now. It has a direction or path. So ang future niya connected sa past experiences. So kung unsa lessons or mistakes before, gamiton nato as foundation para future success. So constantly guide development of business. So ang strategy dili static. Permanent guide siya sa pag-improve sa company. It helps the business grow innovative and stay focused on its long-term vision. So next is constantly guide development of the business. So ang strategy dili static jud no, permanent gid siya sa pag-improve sa company. So it helps business grow innovative and stay focused on long-term vision. So next is business without strategy or without upload one. So it's like a travel without a map. So this one is very clear. Kung wala kay strategy, murag nagbiyahe ka nga walay mapa, dili ka kabalo asa ka padulong, wala kabalo asa ka padulong. So daghan kag sayop nga turns og wasted effort. So strategy gives direction, purpose, and control. So focus on customers, of course. A successful strategy always puts customers first. Kaya sila man ang reasons why the business exists. So if the company understands customers' need and satisfaction, then it's easier to create value and stay competitive. Next is recognize that the journey is important as the destination. So lastly, these points remind us na the process matters, not just the end goal.